Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very exciting video. Today we're going through my K-pop album collection. So it has been 1 year since I started being a K-pop stan. My anniversary with BTS is April 20th. That was yesterday. So I decided to do a video 1 year later to see how many albums I have. We're also going to look at the very first albums that I purchased, so that's really exciting. I'm so excited to reflect on this and to hopefully do this in a year again and see how much my collection has grown. So I'm a big album collector and I stan a lot of groups, so I have quite a few albums. I think I've done a pretty good job within a year, but I don't know, like it may be small compared to some people, maybe a lot compared to some people, so I don't really know. I'm just going to show you what I have. I really love my collection. I like looking at my collection. I like going through it. I go through album photo books all the time. So I'm just really excited to share with you guys my collection. But first, we're going to look at my very first albums. So technically my very first album, it didn't get to me first. So I have like two firsts. There's one I purchased first, but then it took 2 months to get to me, and I had purchased an album after that, like physically, so I like have two first albums, so let me show them to you. So here are my first two albums. So this one is a signed You Make My Day album. This is signed by Dino from 17. So I purchased this album first. I got into 17 on May 24th, and this was the very first thing I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered this and then it took forever to get to me because it was random member signed. And I got lucky enough to pull one of my biases, Dino or Chan. So this was the very first album I purchased, but then I got into BTS and I bought this a little bit after I had purchased this one, but I bought this one at Target. So this is BTS's Love Yourself Tier version U. I'd only bought one version because I didn't really understand the importance of having more than one version. So yes, I bought this from Target. So these are my first two albums. This one I obviously don't go through the photo book a lot, but this one I definitely do. They're both very special to me. These are my top two alt groups. So yeah, so these are my first two albums. I don't really know which one is technically my first. Technically I purchased this one first, but I got this one before that one, so you know, really exciting. I don't remember my pools for this one, but I do remember that I got June for this one. So I remember I got Minghao's Lenticular, but I don't remember the photo cards. I think it was Shua and Dokyeon. So actually I'm pretty sure it was. I think I have a video like somewhere of me just like showing them. So yeah, so I think those were my pools for that. And then for this I got Jin. So now we've seen my first two albums. And now we can move on to my shelf. Okay, so really quickly, here is my shelf. It's kind of just squeezed into my room. I'm not going to do like a room tour at all. I plan on doing one of those soon, but I want to get my room a little bit more organized and add a little bit more to it. I want to like put up some shelves for albums because I don't know if you can see, but this is kind of getting a little crowded and crazy. So there are some things that I would like to display that I can't, and just some things that are just chilling randomly because I don't know where else to put them. So here it is. So I guess we can look at above the shelf. So up there is my 17, oh my gosh, I always mess up this name. 2018 17 concert Ideal Cut in Seoul DVD. That recently came in. So that's just up there because I literally have nowhere else to put it. Like my 17 shelf is full and I don't know what to do with it yet. Then right here is the poster that came with it. I want to hang it up, so I just left it out of the box so I can hang it up. Then over here is a giveaway that I need to send out, and then this is an album I'm selling. So this is 17, You Make My Day, Dino signed. I know I said Dino is one of my biases, but I already have one of his signed albums, and I have my other biases as well. So I don't really need this, so I'm selling this. So if you're interested, please DM me on Twitter. But that's just up there, just separate from everything. Now we can move on to the first shelf. Oh goodness. So 17 is my alt group, so they are on the first shelf. I don't have all of their albums, but it's already kind of full. So aside from the albums, I have this little picture of Hoshi in this little frame. He is my ultimate bias. And then I have over here another picture of him right there. And behind that, I have my carrot bong. It is tucked away in the box, but it is right there. This is the only light stick I have, and I really like it, so I wanted to display it a little. So we moved this out of the way. I'm just gonna put it up there for right now. We can see my albums. So I'm missing 2 albums. I'm missing AL1 and Love and Letter. Whoa, Love and Letter. I don't have any of those, but I have everything else minus their Japanese release, which I do want to get. So we have their first 17 Carat, both versions of Boys B. I'm messing up my shelf. Then we have the Ajunice repackage. That's just the standard edition. I will probably never buy the deluxe edition because it's so expensive. Then we have Going 17, all 3 versions. I think this is the order they go in. Same with Teenage. I don't really know if this is the order they're supposed to go in, but that's the order I have them in. So we have all 4 versions of Teenage, both versions of Director's Cut. And then we have the You Make My Day and You Made My Dawn series in order. So we have You Made My Dawn, You Make My Day, and then You Made My Dawn again. Just because this is how they line up with the spines. I think it looks really cool. So I have them like that instead of the 3 You Make My Day and then You Made My Dawn. It just kind of looks weird. Then I have 2 Kinos. I have the Kino from You Make My Day, and I picked the... Oh my gosh. I picked the Before Dawn version for this one just because I don't really know how Kinos work, TBH. And I have an iPhone, so it can't even like go into my phone. So I didn't want to buy all 3 just because like I can't use them, but I did want the little postcard sets. So that's why I have those. Then the thing that fell, I'm screaming, is my Hoshi signed album from You Made My Dawn. I traded with someone for, I had Seungwon and I traded them for Hoshi, who is my alt bias, so I'm really lucky to have that. I bought mine from M-Wave, and so that's my 17 shelf for now. I plan on adding to it. Yeah, I actually plan on moving this to my wall, putting up a shelf just for 17, and then having this bookcase for all the other groups because there's a lot of them. So that's the first shelf. Also, I have this little like light thing with pictures of 17 on it. So it has my biases on the top, my 2 alts in the middle, and then Vernon and Joshua on the ends. Then just the members in random order as we go down. So moving down to this shelf is over here my signed albums. So I don't want anything to fall. So I have a Vernon signed album, who I said is one of my biases. I'm just gonna set everything over here for now. Then I already showed you this, a Dino signed album. And then I have Joshua's right here. I don't have any plastic for it, so it's just standing up, so the signature doesn't really touch anything, but it's also kind of hard to see. So I have Joshua's signed album. Then I have Idol's signed album, their most recent one. This one also I don't have plastic for, so it's just standing up so the signatures don't rub on anything. So yeah, there's that. This is all member signed. Then I have Pentagon's Thumbs Up album. This one is all member signed. Then I have an Astro signed album, all members. This is their all light album. Then I have Got7 Present You. I was lucky enough to pull my bias, BAM. So I got his signature, which is really exciting. I'm not too into GOT7, but the one time that I buy a signed album for them, I get my bias. Then for Astro, I have another signed album. This one already comes in a like protective sleeve, so that's really nice. Even the normal albums have it, so they just took out the photo book and signed it and put it back in the sleeve, so I didn't have to buy any plastic for that. So this is all member signed on the front. And so that's all my signed albums. I would really like to be able to display them all. So again, I want to get some plastic, or sorry, yes, I want to get plastic for all of them and then get some, like another shelf to put them on. So like they're kind of separate and I can display them better. I'll put those back later. Then over here we have my Monsta X collection. So I don't have very many. I just have 4 albums. So I have We Are Here and Are You There? Are You There was my first comeback with Monsta, or sorry, no. Take Two, We Are Here was my first comeback with them. I got into them when this album came out. And then I recently bought the Connect and the Code. So that's really cool. I love Monsta X, and I just love how their albums look together. Even though it's not as colorful, they all just kind of go together, so I really like that. So that's the second shelf. My signed albums, they're all on my bed right now, and my Monsta X albums. I'd really like to have Monsta X on their own shelf, just because they're my second alt group, and I feel like they should have their own space. But right now, I don't have the space for that. Is my BTS collection. So I don't have all of BTS's albums, but I have a good amount. I kind of was trying to wait for this video until my Persona albums arrived, but I don't know what's taking so long. I don't really want to wait any longer to film this. But I will have Persona. But I do have their first mini, their second, Oh Are You Late Too? Then School Love Affair, which is one of my favorites. Then I have Dark and Wild. Then I have Wings. I just have one version for now. I have the W version with all of them in the photo book. Then I have You Never Walk Alone, both left and right versions. I have all versions of Love Yourself Her, all versions of Love Yourself Tear, and all versions of Love Yourself Answer. So it spells Love Yourself and everything connects really nicely. And then the last thing I have is my Fourth Muster. This thing actually goes in front of these albums. Yes, okay. Then I have the Fourth Muster just chilling here. I don't really know where else to put it. I think I also want to get a shelf just for concert DVDs because I really like concert DVDs and I want to get some more. I want to get Monsta X's. I want to get 17's Diamond Edge. I want to get Wings Torn Soul. I want to get a bunch of them just because I love concert DVDs. So I think I want to get another shelf so I can put concert DVDs on their own space. But for now, I just have the Fourth Muster right here, and I do plan on getting the Fifth Muster when it comes out. Then we have my very small Twice collection. I just have both versions of the Year of Yes, but I did order all 3 versions of Fancy You, so those will be joining right here, and the shelf will be pretty full. So for now, I just have both versions of the Year of Yes. I do want to work on my Twice collection and get some of their older albums because they're my alt girl group. And again, I would like to have Twice on their own shelf just because they're one of my alt groups and my alt girl group. So I would like to give them their own space. But since I only have 2 albums right now and I don't really have the shelf space for that, I just have them on the end of BTS. So yes. Then moving down is everyone else. So here's just a quick overview. As you can see, I have my NCT albums back there. You can't really see Jungwoo, which kind of sucks because I would really like to display both of those because I love both of my biases. So that's another thing I want to do is get something like a space where I can display both of those albums. But if we go through all the albums down here, we have NCT 127, mostly is all I have for NCT. So I have this first mini, and then I have one version of Limitless. I decided I didn't want to get the other versions just because like it's too crazy. There's not even photo cards. It's not worth it. I have my Cherry Bomb album. This was my first NCT album. And I wanted to get into NCT so I could buy that album just because it was so pretty. And so, but like NCT is one of my favorite groups now, so that's really cool. Then I have both versions of Regular Irregular. I have one version of Empathy. I bought 2 random versions and they sent me 2 of the same version, so I gave one to my sister. So I'm missing the reality version, but I have the dream version, which is really nice. And then I have my Regulate albums. It's really hard to see, but I have my 2 NCT 127 biases, Sichang and Jungwoo. I have 3 NCT biases. My other one is Chunla, but he's not in 127, or else I would have his cover. But I have Jungwoo and Sichang's covers, so that's really nice. I, again, really want to display these. You can only see Sichang, and it kind of sucks. When I had less albums, you could see them both, but now everything kind of covers it, so. Next, we have My Teen. They're like a not very well-known group, but they're my favorite rookie group. So I have their first mini and their second mini. If you know them, please let me know, because I'm looking for some more My Teen stands. But the only thing I'm missing from their discography is their Japanese single, so like that physical release. That's the only thing I'm missing. So yeah, it's also really hard to collect them because like no one stands them, no one's trying to sell their cards or anything like that. So I just have albums and like random things that I pull, so I can't be too picky with that. Then we have Pentagon. So I have 3 of their albums. I have Positive. I have another copy of Thumbs Up, just like normal, not signed. And then I recently got Genius. So I have those 3 right there. I really love Pentagon, and I want to get their whole discography because 1, their albums are great. Like, they make such good music. And 2, they all look really nice, and I just love them a lot. I wish I could have like 12 bias groups. Like, if I could, Pentagon would definitely be one of them. And then I have 9801 by Wooseok and Gwanlin. That's just chilling here next to Pentagon because I don't have 101 albums. I didn't really know where else to put it, so I just have that next to those. Next, I have T by T, their Dream Chapter Star album. That's just chilling here. And then next we have Astro, so I only have 3 Astro albums. I have Winter Dream, and then I have both versions of All Light. I don't have a regular copy of Rise Up, although I do want to get one. I only have a signed copy of that, so yeah. Then I have Idol, so I have their first I Am, and then a regular copy of, oh gosh, I just dropped things. Then I have a regular copy of I Made. Now you can see Jungwoo. Then what fell is one of my Luna albums. So I only have 1 version. This is the normal B version of XX. I want to collect the other versions of this as well as Plus Plus. And then my Luna biases, I'm not really sure, so that's why I haven't bought any of the solo albums. I think it's Kim Lip and Gowon, but like honestly I'm not really sure, and I cannot afford to collect all of them, like all of the solo albums and unit albums and such. So I want to figure out for sure who my Luna biases are before I start buying any of the solo and group like unit albums. So for now all I have is this because I didn't pre-order it and this was all that was available. But I do know that my local like FYE, they have all versions in stock like all the time, so I might have to go buy them. It's just that they're kind of like really expensive. They're like $30, so I don't know if it's like worth it, but if I have some extra money I might buy them. But I do really like Luna. They're one of my favorite girl groups. I don't really stan many, but they're like probably my second favorite, right after Twice. So yes. Then I just have my only GOT7 album, Present You. I never got Present You and Me, which kind of sucks. I really wanted to. I probably might try and get it still just because, but I'm not super into GOT7 just yet. So I got into them right after Present You came out, but then I just didn't really pay attention to them anymore. I don't know. They're just like a really intimidating group because, I don't know, trying to collect them is scary. I did have 2 biases, Yugyeom and Bam, but I feel like I had to pick one bias because collecting for them is insane because they're a JYP group. So I've narrowed it down to just Bam because he's just, I don't know, he just really spoke to me, I guess. But I haven't really tried to collect their albums. I do really like their albums and a lot of their music. I just haven't gotten around to collecting them just because I have so many other things that I'm trying to prioritize right now. So that's all I have. I have the pre-order gift. And then my last album, if I can get it up, is this Red Velvet album. I have Sugi's cover. This is Summer Magic. Red Velvet is a girl group that I really, really, really want to get into. I bought this album when it first came out because I listened to it and I loved it. And I picked a random member version and I got Sugi's version, and I think I've decided that well, at the time I thought she was my bias, but now I'm not really sure. I, again, haven't really been like trying to get into Red Velvet, so she may still be my bias. I don't really know, but I got her cover, so that's really cool. I do want to try and get some more Red Velvet albums because I really love their music, and their albums are like so pretty. Packaging is so great, and like being an album collector, I'm a sucker for good packaging, and like this packaging was so unique and I loved it. So I definitely want to like try and get some more Red Velvet albums, but this is all I have for now. And that is basically it. That is all of the albums I have. I do have some more coming. I have other things coming, so definitely not all, but oh yeah, everything's just kind of on my bed now. All the signed albums, and the Twice album fell over, of course. Like, it wouldn't be one of my videos if there wasn't something going wrong. But so let me step back a little. The bottom shelf is kind of irrelevant. It just has like my some like journals and my photo card binders down there. So yeah, so that's all my albums. I don't know if this was interesting to see. I know I've unboxed a lot of these albums on my channel, so like it was probably expected to see like what I have because I've unboxed it. But I'm definitely gonna be getting some more things. I have Twice coming, BTS coming, and I think I'm gonna try and work on Monsta X a little bit and try and finish 17. So yeah, I was thinking about doing a vlog going to FYE and buying some albums in a couple weeks because they have like quite a few things, and even though they're super expensive, I think it's just really fun to buy albums like physically instead of ordering them and waiting for them to get here. So that may be something coming in the future, but for now this is my collection. Again, I'm not going to do another update until a year later, which is crazy, but unless I feel like I've drastically grown like in 6 months, we'll see, but I plan on only doing these every year, so yay. So yeah, I should probably stop talking in the video. So that is all I had. I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably be unboxing my Persona albums. I'm so excited. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! I'm in trauma,